are a piece of shit, man. Tonight, guys, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about David's Miracle Crusade, since that's what they're talking about on their live rerun tonight. Okay, the cost of these trucks overall, man. David, I mean, the cost is just, it's going to be ridiculous, man. It really is. The cost of the trucks will be ridiculous. The gas, the fuel. Okay, that's just that. Now sit back and think about this for a second. Think of the cost of, you're going to have to move it, you're going to have to transport it, you're going to have labor unions to move that stage around. Okay, you're going to pay storage fees. Yeah, that whole thing with the trucks, David, is not a good idea. It's probably one of the worst ideas that you've done yet, man. And the fact that you're still going through with it is kind of ridiculous. It's a waste of money, David. Like that stage, you know what it's going to take to move that beast? I mean, #8858, what's up? Hit that like. Let's see what we got here, what they're talking about. Uh-oh, technical difficulties. This must be the rerun or something.
There we go. Praise God for that.
Praise
that
Jesus.
Is what's waiting on you. Call and reserve
Praise
your
Jesus.
spot. Even though it's virtual, you don't have to come. It's going to come. Right
Okay, so Pole Barn Builder, what's up, man? Thanks for being here tonight. So what we're talking about, I wish Apostle the Residential Center St. Louis was here. I really do. I wish he was here right now because he could really, he's really knowledgeable about the logistics of what we're talking about here. He seems to have a lot of knowledge about that part of just stage, arena, building, you know, the logistic transport part of that. Some of us that were in the military, we understand the logistics of what it takes to move something that big. And to move something that big, David, it's going to cost you a lot of money, man. All right, it's not going to be cheap, dude. Promise. Oh, where's the best place? More than just through a gift, but he's going to come in personally. Now, if you've seen the previous services, you know that Apostle Taylor, when he watches and he sees all you on Zoom, that he sees Jesus walking through your home. And so that's exactly what God is going to do. Maybe we're not inside the physical building right now, but as you saw in the beginning, you saw all the nations that were coming inside the building when his live stream's on right now. That's the thing. Like he keeps running these reruns. He's going to come, he's going to visit your home. He's going to walk through there. This is a moment that you cannot miss. Any opportunity that we have for this. And as you know, Apostle, he's in that place of glory. So God is coming in. He's in the glory hole. That's where David is. He's in the glory hole. Now, many of you are watching from many different platforms right now. You're watching many from different Facebook, platforms, yes. Maybe YouTube or Zoom. We want to go ahead and pull up that Zoom audience right now just to welcome everybody. Let's see. Apostle sends his love to all of you watching right now. He is praying for you personally. He is praying for you directly. He is lifting your name up before the Lord. You matter to him. Just like it says that God is... Pretty sure he won't be out tonight. Yeah, it's just another idea to solicit money, Catherine Walden. Exactly. It's like he's running several different scams right now to basically see which one is going to work the best for him, which is going to bring him the most money. And the fact that he's actually even still building the stage is just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know more than he thinks. I know more than he thinks.
We're just a half step off tonight. We are remote.
I was reading one of the comments earlier from...
and I think we're just having a little trouble tonight, but we'll get it together. So
let's see here.
Well, we'll come back for the Zoom people.
It was Megan Huskins. And she replied earlier, I actually am embarrassed by the amount of time in the last 2 years I've researched every inch of that cult of his. The psychology, manipulation, gaslighting, shaming followers into giving over everything they have, etc. And sociopathy behind all of it is profoundly mind-blowing. 100%. You know, that's why we're all here too, Megan Huskins. That's why we're here. It really is to sit here and watch these people do this. And
Yeah, David, gold framed chairs, dude. What do you need gold framed chairs for, dude? You don't need that, David. This whole idea,
And from that time forward, he
the
had
whole idea of you doing this arena crusade,
quotations from the
like you
Lord.
should be out like feeding the homeless and shit like that for real. With all the money you bring in, where's your cryptocurrency at, dude?
This ministry, this
You
will
know.
of God,
And again,
that is
the
waiting
unsubstantiated fraud reports, David.
visitation. And this visitation is waiting to change your life as well. Jesus wants to come appear to you. Let's watch this face to face.
I have a stack of them. See, I went and printed out more, David. Nothing you can do about these. There's about 40 pages here of unsubstantiated or information referrals and tax exempt organization complaint referral. These will keep going. And these won't stop until either you're in jail or just until you're indicted, man. They will uncover this scam. We've pretty much done it for them. All the government needs to do at this point, really is just go in and do their job. They need to go in with the warrants, with all the information that we have put out here on social media for them to see, and go in there and question every single one of those people in there because we know that they're running a bullshit money laundering scheme. We know that. Oh, is that it?
Is waiting to change your life as well. Jesus wants to
Jesus.
come appear to you. Let's watch this face-to-face video.
This has got to be an old one. I wish he would come on and join the chat. He never will, though. But yeah, Megan Huskins, the mind manipulation behind it is it's something that I think we're all kind of sitting here shaking our heads, being like, well, why are these people here? What was missing in their life for them to have to go to this route to fall into this organization? So he's got 35 viewers on YouTube right now. There's only 7 here, which that's fine. Let's go, everybody. We don't live the same life. An interior designer. Then it's like, David, you got these people up on stage like falling over like bowling pins. I mean, these are all reruns. I wish I could be on Zoom with them. It's crying. Okay, back to the trucks. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so we're figuring. I'm looking forward to you guys calling in too, man. I want you guys to. I want you guys to call in, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, man. They can't do shit to you. Nobody can do shit to you here. David thinks he can, you know. But you guys want to call in and get your voices out, man?
Man, well, that was the one night with the King video, but nonetheless, it's amazing what God is doing. The video that
This shit looks old.
we had went to this scene, it was beautiful. Is Apostle Taylor, he at 17 years old.
Yeah, and you know, this is more Thor. I'm leaning more towards like accountability with these people. Like, dude, we're hardworking, tax-paying citizens, and like these assholes get to skate by like nobody's fucking business. I mean,
For 30 years, he's been having
cool. What's up? Talking logistics on the trucks, man. Email me.
but
I have some stuff to send you.
different regions that
Okay, drop me an email, will you? I'll get with you after the live stream, but drop me an email. I don't know if I have your email or not. I want to send you some stuff.
now Apostle Taylor, he'll go to regions, and as he goes there, and
So,
he says that we wrestle not against flesh.
I've been doing some background research.
Powers, spiritual wickedness in high places. Apostle will go to a region and break the principality as he's
What would it cost, Residential Center St. Louis? What would it cost to store something that big that David's doing?
How would he done that? He's thinking that those drug trafficking rings, sex slave trafficking rings, that bust will take place, if not a day afterwards, within a week, 2 weeks, because that is how God is working with him.
Bullshit.
Jesus and the Father are coming down in the regions that he goes to, and as he's doing that, it is tremendous what is taking place. Now you just saw the one night with the king.
Oh my God. Well, not only that, but the money, you know, dude, there is huge money laundering going on here. And the fact that his lawyers had to send me this fucking cease and desist right here and tell me to shut my mouth lets me know that I'm filing the right complaints. That's exactly what that tells me. And I'm going to keep filing them. Oh, man. That's hardcore. God, I don't know how these guys do this.
Prepare for his coming. And on that third night, now it's December 29th, 30th, and 31st, and January 1st, and that third
Yeah,
night,
display costs on transportations. Yeah,
make
email me.
appearance,
I
and the price is
yeah,
absolutely
email me St. Louis and
charged. It is just
yeah,
absolutely glorious.
I got some information for you today.
Involved. So again, I know it's
Yeah.
a busy time of year, holiday season, and
The
families wanna do so
convoy,
much, but
the
so
convoy. It's because
those
it's
4
not going to
nights,
work. It's a con.
December 29th, 30th, 31st,
Mhm.
January 1st. And on that third night, the Lord makes that
Excuse
appearance.
me.
And it is such a
Yeah,
And then, of course, January 1st,
I'll send you what I have, man.
of the new year with Jesus. So keep that in mind and reserve that spot. Just like
Okay, so
let Apostle Taylor know that you
when did he come out saying he was building the stage?
will be in attendance and from where these are all very important to get.
Yeah, what would something like that cost, man? That's what I'm at. What would something like that cost? Like, say he was going to store that. What would the cost be per day? You're looking like 100 per day, 50 per day, 60 per day. Does it depend on size, square footage you're taking up on something like that? Things like that.
The Apostolic Prophetic Convergence Conference is scheduled. Now, because this crusade has been pushed back a week, that would make it very next week into that conference. So stay tuned to see whether it's actually
Hey, Bitter Bad, will you email me? I texted you that stuff earlier. Remember that note that I emailed you? Will you email that to me? That way I can email it to Residential Center St. Louis. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Say it was on the property. What would something like that charge? Do you know? Do you have any idea? Okay, thank you, Bitter Bad.
Michael Miller, Harvey Cole. We just sent out those books. Michael Miller. Anytime now. And hello, everybody from where you're at. Bill Lill, always good to see you. So faithful to always watch.
I hope you're not there, man.
Ireland, so good to see you. So faithful to watch. Avis, hello. Charmaine, right here locally. Literally, we are covered around the world right here.
Yeah. Yeah, damage Boeing. Yep, absolutely. You're going to pay for the crates also. You're going to pay for the building of the crates, no doubt. So David started talking about it last spring. Okay. What would something like that typically cost? Like take? How long would it take? That's what I'm thinking. Like, how long would it take to build something like that? Like, if they came up with all the money up front, like, say they're going to build a, say I wanted to build a stage. Okay. Email me though. I want to give you some stuff. Okay. That might help. Please. Thank you. Got it. By square foot, okay. Yeah, if you email me right now, St. Louis, I'll forward you what I have, and maybe this will help you a little bit. By the square foot, huh? I wonder how much space that thing could be taking up, like if it's sitting in somebody's warehouse. I'd be pissed. What if it's just sitting there, just like catching dust? That's all it's doing, guys. It's just sitting there catching dust. Okay. Problem with display store crates. Yep. Boeing. Yeah. Yeah. Plus inflation rates. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna have to count in inflation too. I'm trying to think, like, if he's building a stage, how much has he dumped into it? And I'm thinking, I'm counting everything. Okay. So he started saying he's going to build the stage what, last year, and he's probably, I'm trying to think at how big it is already. Maybe they've been building it for a little while. Who knows? But how much has been spent on it? Okay, now you're looking at the logistics of this, guys. You're gonna have to move that thing, David. All right, you're gonna have to move it. You're gonna have to unload it. You're gonna have to have riggers to send it up. You're gonna have to have all this other stuff. The only other stuff that I'm not sure about is like the overall cost. But I'm curious. I would like to think he's hitting the 7-figure mark almost somewhere. Who knows? That's just what I'm thinking. Look, David, your favorite color, green. Money, 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 money. So that's what's been boggling my mind the last few days. Is how much, I mean, you got gas for the trucks. Again, people unload it, your riggers, your crews. You know, you're going to have forklift drivers definitely for the crates. I mean, David, you're talking, I mean, yeah. Yep, St. Louis, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm thinking it'd take like, at least a few 50-footers to move that thing around. At least 5 or 6 maybe. Yeah, like he's gonna live on it. Um, like at the only thing it could probably be used for in the end is a bonfire. That's just, I mean, David, you're gonna move this thing around America? I mean, man, I thought you were gonna do the convoy on wheels and all this other stuff, but you got to have trucks to move it. So which one are you gonna do? Yeah, insurance fees, taxes, security, etc. You got all that, plus your truck. I mean, plus the materials to keep David from crashing to the ground. Yeah, it's gonna have to have a weight limit for David, no doubt. So they're probably gonna have to double reinforce it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, they're gonna have to have a bunch of money because David's gonna get hungry while he's out and about on the road, so they'll have to feed him. Um, yeah, he's gonna live on it. Makes me wonder where he's gonna store it. Well, I mean, he's got that house now. Oh, hey Zolokai, thanks for being here. Hit that like button. Okay. And I don't know where that piece of paper is. Once you email me, St. Louis, I'll give you more details today. Yeah, man. I'll give you more details. No, like just another bullshit ass rerun. David, come on, do some live stuff for us, man. Come out, do some live for us, man. We need some new content. We need new content on David E. Taylor. David Edward Taylor. I wonder. Edward Taylor. I mean, I wonder if his first name was Edward at one time and you just switched around. And the fact that you live in Taylor, Michigan, it makes me wonder if like we all sit here and wonder, David, if you've actually moved to Taylor because your last name is Taylor and said, "Oh, this is where God's going to appear because it's Taylor, Michigan, and David Taylor lives in Taylor, Michigan." Let's see here. Yeah, and I'm with you there, Legend Lives. I mean, David, do you really think you're going to fill 20,000? I mean, honestly, I mean the inflation costs alone. I mean, think of the inflation costs on that. Okay, say he's building the stage. So say he starts this stage, I don't know. Let's say he starts at 2018, 2019, right? COVID hits, they got to stop, but he's paying in installments. How long would it take for that? Porsche 187, yeah, Michelle drank the Kool-Aid. Yep. Michelle drank the Kool-Aid, big time. Big time. Like, from Night at the Roxbury, he's all, "Oh, you big time." Lisi to buy. Yeah, Michelle drank the Kool-Aid big time, man. AK hiding like a little big biatch. Yeah, he's hiding. And the thing, David, you couldn't go to your dad's funeral either one because you were either too scared of catching a subpoena, or two, your family just told you to stay away, or three, you're just a narcissistic sack of shit and just didn't go. Has the IV of what? Yeah, where's he going to find drivers, Scott Miller? You're dead on, man. You're dead on, man. I mean, David, it's going to cost a lot of money to employ those drivers. You got, dude, fuel cost alone, dude. Fuel cost alone, man, is going to tear you up. Hey, are you guys getting a good sound and everything okay? No issues? Yeah, I could see him having health problems, man. I could see him having some health problems. Yeah, big money to hire drivers. I think we kind of come out to like a real is yep, health problems. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got some kind of, I don't know. Just opinion, David. We're just here opinionated, okay? Don't take this personally. You can come out and talk shit like that. You can. Okay, we can sit here and we can talk about you, okay? Yeah, money problems, legal problems, mental problems. Yeah, David, you really need help, man. For real. I'm not saying this to be an idiot either. Like, you really need help, and it's okay, dude. It's okay to go get mental help, man. I'm about to go start seeing a therapist again, dude, because I have to. Because you know why? That way I keep my head level. But you, David, you need to snap out of this world you've created, man, because it's dangerous, dude. It's very, very dangerous for you. It's very dangerous for you. It's very dangerous for the people around you. Yeah, drug problems, man. Y'all hit that like button when you get in here. Hit that thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up. Not try Macy's, bitches. And here's the thing, Scott Miller. I've been doing the research on it, and it sounds like when you're setting up these big stages, sometimes these arenas will want you to match their crew. So if you come with like 20 riggers, they want you to come with 20 riggers. That's cool, Apostle Residential Center, St. Louis. I'm just going to forward you a mail right now. Cool. Got you. Okay. All right. Sent. All right. Here's what wants to know about. If there's one thing he's notorious for, it's twisting the truth to benefit himself. Union labor, hundreds an hour each. Yeah, and you're talking about rigging. I mean, David, what you're talking about. I mean, I don't think the stage is as big as he says it is. I think it's going to be smaller because 250 feet, David, you're being just fucking ridiculous, okay? You're talking almost a football stadium. That's way... we think he's also addicted to pain pills too, Kelly Johnson. That has been kind of something we've all kind of agreed on here in the group, is that he's addicted to some kind of opioid or something. And again, this is what I believe he's using cryptocurrency for, is the fact that he could possibly be using that shit on the dark web. But I don't think David's that smart. And here's the other thing. The whole cryptocurrency thing is real sketchy for him being a church. Uppers and downers. I think he's about... David, what I think you're about to do, okay? What I think you're about to do, David, is I think you're about to either... I think, one for sure, I think you're going to bankrupt JMMI. You're about to bankrupt that. You're in the process of that, I think. You're getting ready to bankrupt that. Bitter bad. I was questioning that too, if he could possibly be bipolar. But man, I mean, David, if you got... I can't even fathom to think the complexity. Like, David has... okay? My opinion, David. My opinion. From what I see, dude, I'm a pretty sound mind, David, okay? And from what I've seen, you need help, okay? I see a therapist because I fucking have anger management issues, okay? I'm very open about mental health because it's a fucking issue, okay, David? And it's okay, dude. It's okay for you to stop and say, hey, man, maybe I'm fucked up and maybe I should go get some help. You know, maybe you should say, hold up, time out. My head's all fucked up. I'm just going to stop the gig and just go, you know? And that's okay, dude. Everybody has some sort of... It's okay, man. It's okay, David. But here's the thing is, like, David, when and if you finally snap back to reality, or these people realize that you have been lying to them this whole time, it is going to just be so bad, dude. I don't even want to think about, like, the fucking mental snap these people are going to have from you, dude. It's just ridiculous. It's hard to think about. It's hard to think about that. Like, I think about what's going to happen to these people when they realize that you have done nothing for them. And then you're just going to toss them out on the street like they were, you know, you just used them, you used them to make money and that was it. Yeah, David, this has gone far beyond a power trip for us, okay? Thanks, St. Louis. I emailed you. Check it out. Any questions, don't hesitate to hit me back, okay? I think so, too. He's got all these mansions and shit. Like, I think he's going to enjoy these assets, too, but I don't know. It's the fact that it's, you know, the government has to get involved. They need to find... What they need to find is David's cryptocurrency wallets. I don't know how to use, but this is most likely what his cryptocurrency is going to be on. So, you know, if there's anybody in the government that's looking where David's keeping his money, it's his crypto, it's going to be on one of these, okay? Or it's going to be on one of these little blue flash drives. Something, I don't know, it's going to be on something like this that he can unhook from a computer, be like, there's my money in my wallet right there. And there's no telling how many crypto wallets he has. Could have 50, 10, 20, or 100 even, who knows? Bouncing the money around in the system, keeping it out of the hands of the government, not reporting it. You know, possibly laundering money that way. That's why I'm filing unsubstantiated fraud report claims against you, David, because that's what you're doing, man. You are moving cryptocurrency around, and you know you are, okay? I have a snapshot of your cryptocurrency wallet, okay? So you can't say you're not. So the fact that you're doing that is perhaps if someone's about to drop harassment suit. Then if it's truly a power trip, all of these lawyers cease and desist bullshit tactics. Nah, he knows. Yeah, he knows, man. He knows what he's doing. David knows he's a crook. Okay. I know you're busy, man. I know. Again, man, we don't live the same lives, man. You be safe, man, and you guys drive safe, all right? Just let me know what you think, dude. And yeah. So yeah, I was curious about like storage fees, man. Like what that shit would cost to store it. Such miracles, miracles. Yeah, David's doing another bullshit rerun tonight. Yeah, if it ever gets to that. Like, oh, I didn't know what cryptocurrency is. Yeah, bullshit. You know, Scott Miller, we're thinking that it could be a favor. We're thinking that it could possibly be a favor for David, or like this guy knows David, or he's attached somehow. But what I'm curious about is why the lawyer from Oklahoma is fucking sending me a cease and desist, and not somebody from St. Louis, Missouri. You know, where he's at. That's a big question for me. I don't know how it works. I know lawyers can operate in other states, but they would have to take that bar exam, I would think. You know, they'd have to pass that state's bar exam. Now, he's not in Shutaway. Well, his Shutaway, David's in hiding. That's where you're at, David. You're in hiding ultimately, man. That's it. You're in hiding. Nothing more, nothing less. This Shutaway, it's all a lie. You're dodging the courts, man. You have court in where are we at? Dude, you have court in 2 months. The jury gets selected next month, actually, David. In, dude, like a few weeks, the jury gets selected. Scott Miller with the lawyers, they have to pass the state's bar exam. Okay. Okay, so where I live, like, if they're suing me, I'm in Texas. I mean, I won't tell anybody where in Texas. Texas is a big ass fucking state, but they would have to retain a lawyer in Texas, right? That's what I'm thinking. If they're going to sue me in Texas, unless they had that state's bar exam. Yeah. Okay, so they'd want to retain a lawyer down here. Okay. Yeah. Chuckwood, he's going to court with Harold Lewis over the breach of contract. $500,000. $500,000 is what Harold Lewis is asking in damages, I believe. If I heard that right. The court case. In case of a default, everything goes back to the seller. Yeah, he's still fighting this court with Harold Lewis, man. He's been fighting it for 4 years, man. Like 3.5, 4 years. Oh yeah, for the government, for the IRS to tie this fraud down. I mean, what's dope is we've already done half of the work for them. All they have to do, is go in and open up the books and just do the investigate. We've done it for them, man. Everybody in this group has pretty much torn apart your organization, David. A lot of people have. Yeah, David, you never worked a day in your life, man. You don't know what it's like to work, man. You don't know. We're all tax-paying citizens in here. And for you to go against tax-paying citizens when you're running a fucking fraud scam, you know who's most likely going to win. Now, when you go and get tried, okay, and there's other shit. When it comes to church, there's like certain specifications that you can't sue a church under, man. It's some shady shit. But what David's doing, that's why I started filing this other form against you. This one right here. The tax exempt organization complaint referral. It's called the 13909 form. December 2016, not much to it. Just put in some simple information, name of the organization, JMMI, KOGGC, Michelle, Brian, and David E. Taylor. Then I put, details of the persons involved. I put you, Michelle. I put David. I put LaMarcia, Ashley Ware. So these ones actually have to go to a place in Dallas, and so these ones don't actually go to Utah. But the fraud report goes to Utah. That's where that one has to go. So, David, the forms aren't going to stop, man. Just the way it's going to be. I told you, give up your channel. Give up your channel. Stop doing what you're doing. Go back and pay back all the shitty things that you've done to people, and start actually repenting. Yeah, his donors. That's why I'm starting to report him. That report here, it actually, what it has here. Check this out. This report, this report is really bitching. When I came across this, I was like, oh, where's this been? So it says, what it says here, guys. So it has nature of violation. Directors, officers, persons are using income assets for personal gain. Yes, David, you most likely are, because who's paying for your road trips, all those trips over to New Zealand, Disneyland, you guys doing all that shit, eating steak dinners. Organization is engaged in commercial for profit business activities. Yes, I think he's ultimately trying to profit on his church. Income and assets are being used to support illegal or terrorist activities. David, that's the whole shitty thing with cryptocurrency. Like, you could go a different, like, the fact that you have cryptocurrency, that could be taken as terrorism, because cryptocurrency is dark web shit, David, okay? You can't track that source of income. That's what makes it so shady. Yeah, okay, legend lives. A lawyer can only practice here unless they pass the bar. But can they practice in both states at the same time? I would think so. Like, if they have both bar exams under their belt, they'd be able to. They're not involved in political campaigning, no lobbying activities. Organization refused to disclose or provide a copy of Form 990. Yes, these are all the things that David, most of these David has done. Failed to report employment, income, or excise tax liability properly. Yes, you're failing to report your taxes properly. Organization failed to file required federal tax returns and forms. Yes, David, you haven't filed your fucking taxes in 4 fucking years, dude. And organization engaged in deceptive or improper fundraising practices. And yes, I think we can all agree that David is doing some improper fundraising shit, like by saying that you can heal cancer when you're not a doctor. You're telling people to stop taking their medication, send in their chemo medication and shit to you, David. You're not. That's why we're filling those out. Well, I am. Anybody wants to fill it out, it's called a 13909. Okay, Scott. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. If you have a license in each state, I'm sure the state would let you practice in that state. Just change the form name to KOGGC. Hang on. Just change name. Yeah, everything. It's like everything they do. It's like it's all made to really hide their tracks from the IRS. It really is. It's all made to hide their scam, and they're doing a very good job of it. It's just the government hasn't gone after them. It's whether they just don't want to do it or not. It'd be kind of nice to see our government do their job for a change and for the right.
About this whole service you did last night.
What's really awesome, David, is that you're actually doing reruns all, and that's good, because the more reruns you do, it's the better. Nah, Marley's chilling, man. He's chilling. He's relaxing. everything they do. Yeah, it's like it. Man, makes me wonder if I started doing some shit like that, if the IRS would like come in and audit me. I mean, would I actually have to start laundering millions of dollars for them and say, yeah, fuck this guy, we don't care? Oh, and Chuck Wood, to answer your question from earlier, yes, the case is public. You can go in and sit down and listen if you want. Yeah, they're trying. Why don't they have bank accounts? David, why couldn't you take a loan from the bank to buy that mansion? My question. I think a lot of his followers have abandoned him. What you're seeing on Zoom is like the last group of the cult, you know? I mean, there's not many people left in there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Now she did, this is a
And David,
and I learned from that one experience.
yes, your name is David, 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 David.
And you shall receive.
This cease and desist right here, see this right here?
Believing you've received
This one right here?
thanking God after you ask.
Look.
Then ask believing you've received by thanking God after you ask.
After you axe, this cease and desist, David, won't hold up, okay? Because you've come out on social media, right? You've come out on social media talking about you're a prophet, you're a pastor, you're a healing evangelist, you can do all these mighty miracles. You've never once proved it to anybody. Is in its death throes? Yeah, and it makes me wonder, like, what worries me about this, guys, is the extremes they'll go to you know, I don't think there's too. I would hope that they're not going to do anything dumb, like end up like another Heaven's Gate or something. That would be a shit end to this. Like that would destroy us, man. That would destroy me to know that we couldn't get them out in time for something like that. In the death throes, yeah, but man, they need to get Michelle. They need to get Michelle and Joseph and David out of the picture. They need to question Joseph, Ashley, LaMarcia. I think he evolved. He just realized he just had no skills in life, and he's like, "Well, fuck, I might as well just learn how to be a scam artist," you know. Oh, hey, Wiki Goddess, thanks for being here. Yeah, the law. Okay, yeah, law board. They were just saying it's the same. Like you could take, you can take law. That you can take other state laws, state bars, and practice in other states. Yeah, that's what I'm telling. If like David was donating all this money, he would get fat exemptions. But that's the thing. It's like he's operating a 501c3, and here's the other thing is the fact that he has these two parsonages now under 501c3 as a church as a tax exempt status like that. I don't know if that flies. Like he's only allowed to have one parsonage attached to the church, but he's got the two. He's got the two. Allie Wright, thanks for coming here. Hit that like if you're new. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. You know, Allie Wright, I didn't think it'd make it this long either. But what somebody was saying, David evolved into this. This isn't just something he was like, bam, like David had to evolve in this. He evolved into this monster. And David, you brought out this monster in me, okay? So, just letting you know. Yeah, that's why we're here, Chuck Wood. That's why I filed these reports. And the whole thing with like this fraud report of these guys telling me that I have to stop filing against them. No, fuck that, dude. We're paying taxes on this shit, man. David, we're paying for you. Check this out, David. There's veterans in this group. I'm a veteran. There's active duty military. It's these guys that fight for you to allow you to do the fucking bullshit that you're doing. And you're gonna fucking scam out on their fucking pay. No, dude, I don't think so. So, David, that's another reason why some of us are here, okay? Because we're not just gonna let you scam the system like that, dude. You're not just scamming. You scam everybody when you do this, okay? You think it's just you're running this little scam, but no, David, this is a very complex scam that you're running. We've peeled it apart, dude. And by definition, you are a destructive cult leader, okay? David's a general, says Michelle. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look. 5-star. He's got 5 stars on his fucking collar. They for real call him 5-star general. It's like, yeah, at 17, he's been doing this since he's 17, and David was born in, 72? So he's 10 years older than me. Under his very lasting belt, yeah. And to think, like, you watch videos of David in his earlier days, and you're just like, man, look at this ass clown. Like, this guy's a goon. And you're right, Allie. Surprised he made it this far, and a lot of people are. We're all sitting here surprised, David, that you've made it this far. But the thing is we're sitting here, nobody's ever taken it this far with you as far as pushing the envelope, trying to get you investigated. Because that's exactly what needs to happen to you. Not just to you, dude. There's a lot of people like you that should probably be investigated, David. But you start with the lowest hanging fruit on the tree, okay? That's just how you do it, and you work your way up. This is a process for us. This is a learning experience for us, and we're going to figure it out, man. We're going to figure it out. We're no doubt going to stop you. It's going to be a group effort. He needs fucking, that's okay, Chuck Wood. That's what I mean, dude. That mental snap, man. That mental snap, Chuck Wood. Yeah. Like, I have a hard time processing that, Chuck Wood. I have a hard time processing that, like, what that mental snap would be like for anybody that's involved with David. Like, when they all realize that they've been fucking scammed by David. That's what I'm like, sitting here like, man, they don't even know. Like, I was watching videos of when Kim Jong's dad died, and everybody, like, they were like, it was almost cult-like, dude. They were all in the streets crying and throwing their bodies around. She was like, whoa, dude. Yeah, Allie, right. I'm with you there too. That's why we're here, you know. We're here to expose them, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make some calls to Amway too, David. You better have all your shit in line, okay? I promise you, David. I'm gonna follow up with everything you do that you say you're gonna do, okay? Yep, and I will be calling. I know, but it's hard to think. I mean, how can they buy into David? Like, what's there to buy into with this ass clown? Really? Yeah, I get you there. It's probably like a certain high for him to have, like, be that high and mighty, like, have that feel of power. I hope he watches. Well, he does. I know he does. I know his lawyers do too. His lawyers told me. His lawyers said they watch my channel. I was like, okay, good. Yeah, didn't want to lose the high. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. It's, man, that's what I mean, Chuck Wood. That's what I mean. Like, to have him running around the street saying he's an apostle and he's God and all this. What challenge, Rihanna or Raina? Thanks for coming here tonight too. Hit that like button when you get in here. He does, and Chuck Woodman. I'm still with you. Like I think about that. I think about that still. That mental break, dude. That mental snap. Like for any of them. For any of them, not just David, but for Michelle, for Tony, for Ashley, Steve, any of them for that matter, dude. Any of them for that matter. Oh, it's gonna go on, Raina. Don't even trip. This is gonna go on. And to think of that again, this is it disgusts me almost because of some of the stories I've got from people that are still being directly affected by this asshole. To think of what this man is capable of with a person that's mentally ill. It's a whole new level of fucked up shit. Like think of somebody that's mentally ill, right? Think of somebody that is mentally ill, diagnosed, maybe some really severe form of bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever the case. David gets a hold of them, gets them off their pills. Maybe they're taking some kind of prescription pills that are, worth a lot of money and get you fucked up. David says, nope, I've healed you of your mental health. Yeah, you don't need your pills given to me. I'll take care of them. Don't even worry about it. This is just my opinion, David. This is just how I think. Okay, but again, stories I've been told and how you operate. So think of David taking this person that you know and care so much about and working them until there's nothing left of them to work. And then David just throws them out on the street. You have to leave now. Bye. Here's a bus ticket. Go wherever you want. Bye. Now think of that person that's like mentally snapped already. Just walking around the streets, man. Yeah. I don't laugh at him anymore either. Bitterness bad. Like I was watching the deposition the other night and it made me fucking gut sick. It made me sick to my stomach that actually happened, that was allowed to go on. I wanted to jump through my fucking screen and depose him myself. Yes, he makes all of us sick, David. You make all of us sick, David, what you're doing. Yes. Okay, and he does. I have proof of that, man. There. Oh, hey, Bella. Thanks for being here. He goes into people's Facebook. Okay, he'll go into people's Facebook. This is how he does it. He'll go into people's Facebook and he'll fucking scam. He'll troll people's Facebooks, and that's how he contacts people on Facebook. That's how he does it. That's how he does it. I'm still trying to. I think she was maybe involved at one time, and yeah, she's like, something happened there, and they're like, "Hey, man, you got to go. You're too crazy for us." That's bitterness bad. It's happening as we speak. I hate to tell you. I know for a fact it's happening as we speak. And it's a fucked up thing that nothing can be done about it. Yep. Yeah. How do you live with yourself, David? Absolutely right. How do you live with yourself, David? David, I know for a fact that you scam mentally ill people, okay? When I'm telling you this, I know for a fact, okay? I've been told this. Yeah, David's just a narcissistic pig like that. Oh, his lawyers? At least are charging David by the hour to watch you. I hope they are. Good. Drain him dry. David has no conscience. Nope, you're 100% right. I'm with you there, Bella. No doubt. David, you're right. David has absolutely no conscience. 100%. Bernie Madoff. Yeah. I mean, it really is sick to sit here and watch you do this, David. Yeah, we all want you to go to prison, David. That's where you and Michelle actually do belong, is in prison. For what you guys have done. You scammed and manipulated your way through the system and just made a complete mockery of the whole process. Which isn't cool, man. Not cool for us because we're sitting here watching it. Yeah. And we're just sitting here absolutely disgusted by what you've done. And the government might not say, the government might not think, oh, well, he's done nothing wrong. He's done absolutely nothing wrong. There's nothing we can do about it. He's an all right guy. He's a church. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Oh yeah, Chuck Wood, the whole stolen valor thing. Yeah, Colin Powell, man. I was super bummed to hear about that, man. And like that guy was a leader, man. The women there, I feel like many of them probably originally came to church seeking refuge from abusive relationships, and now they're targeting others. Yes, bitterness. I could see that happening. I'm with you there, 100%. Maybe they were I could see Ashley Larimere coming out. Well, no. Yeah, like that just shows, dude. Michelle, you guys are idol worshiping David. You guys do realize that, right? When you come out and say that you honor apostle, like you're taking away you're complete opposite of the Bible, man. You're not supposed to worship a man. Michelle. It says right in the Bible. Yeah, Michelle lost the plot. You lost it. I went back and watched some of the videos the other night just for the hell of it. Watch the deposition with the water bottles, all that stuff. I still got some other stuff I'm working on too. And that's it's almost disgusting to go back and watch his bullshit. Like the deposition I for real did, man. I was like, oh man, this motherfucker. He's such a good person. She says I about died laughing. No, Michelle's not getting paid. Well, apparently. That's what she says. Michelle said she's not getting paid in her deposition. That's what she told us. In her deposition, she said she wasn't getting paid, that she'd stopped taking pay in 2014 or 2015, and she's making $70,000 a year. Yep. Yeah, I have a video of Steve that I put up, and Steve was talking about what David calls him. I was like, holy shit, man. Yeah, Michelle's getting paid in other ways. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Again, Chris, dude, this guy needs mental help, man. No doubt. David needs mental help big time. She's getting paid. She's getting paid with that glory rod. Paid in well blubber. What's Baker Act? Educate me, Chris. Let's take a peek here. Got the internet right in front of me. I'm telling you to do it for me. Shit. It's the Baker Act. Okay. I see what you're saying, Chris. Yep. Okay. I'll have to look into that, man. I'll look into that. Mandatory 48-hour evaluation. Ali Wright, is this a problem evangelism or particular to the Copeland Taylor corner die, I think? See, but it's dude, it can be risky with a church, man. They could claim a civil rights violation. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, they're all cut from the same cloth. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, how come government officials haven't watched him go live and watch what he's doing? Be like, dude, we need to go fucking pull this guy and hold him on a 48-hour fucking 5150 hold. I think David would end up having to stay longer. David would lose his mind. Jim Beatdown, what's up, man? Oh, Jim. Hey, it's right there on the wall, man. Look. Right there. See it? Hang it on the wall. Just under the full frontal exposure. Right here, see? Right here. Cease and desist. Hung that motherfucker up. Yeah, Bella, I'm with you because he's a pastor. No, Alec, Jesus would not be cool with David milking money like this from mentally ill people and abusing the flock like he is. And that's the thing. It's David, I'm not religious, man, but I'm here to protect the flock, man. Fuck yeah, I called him Jim. Goddamn right I called him. Oh man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, that's the kind of shit they need to ask him. Like, oh, you can make limbs grow back? That's what I don't get. It's happening right in front of us. David, hence, that's why I named my channel Full Frontal Exposure, David. You know that, right? You know that's why my channel's named Full Frontal Exposure, is because you're running a scam right out in the open and just blatantly and just don't give a fuck. And I was thinking about it today, and again, one of the other channel members, like, the channel is named that for a reason, is because it's not just going to go, Dave, we're going to go on to the next one after you, okay? It's not just, you're not it, okay? You're just the first one. And we're going to go on after this, and you're going to watch us go on, and you're going to be the example of what's to come to these prosperity ministers that want to run these cult scams, man. All right. Bitterness Bad Bitch, she's going to be part. She's studying a nonprofit. She's taking courses on a nonprofit right now. We're going to know everything, David. Don't worry. Yeah, David's never been humble and fair. Jim Beatdown, and to answer your question, when I did call them, David's so-called attorney said I should probably retain a lawyer in the meantime, because in case they decide to move forward. I was like, okay. that's cool. I was like, you know, when I see some real documents with the signature of a judge or some kind of injunction on it, then I'll take you guys serious. But until then, yep, ain't gonna help. Sorry. Yeah, and you're not gonna silence me. Only way they're gonna get to me now is if they have a fucking judge's order and says serve me. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Yeah, Iron Price, I talked to the lawyer. Yep. Sure did. Sure did. Yep. And I sent him over a lot of the videos about David, everything about him. I know he doesn't care because I even told the lawyer on the phone, I was like, man, he was like, well, at the very least we could get you on defamation. I was all, dude, I was like, yeah, dude, it really was Iron Price. It really was. He was like, oh, we can get you on defamation. I was like, dude, if defamation was actually a thing everybody could got on, I was all, David would have to sue everybody on YouTube. Because everybody's defamed him, so it's, yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting scared. I'm not scared. I know what my rights are. I haven't violated YouTube's terms of services. David tried to copyright these shirts too, like the whole Axe Michelle thing. And look, I actually put the Axe Michelle shirt on the back of my chair. Yeah, he doesn't have anything on me. The only thing he does know is where I live now. And that, I mean, he knows where I live. I know where he lives. He's not going to come down here to Texas and fuck around, okay? And I'm not going to go up there where he is and fuck around because I'm just not that dumb. I have seriously thought about going and protesting at some point up at his cult headquarters. Yeah, Iron Price, they tried to say defamation. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. It's like, yeah, sure. I told him, I was all, dude, you can't, like, David can't defame himself anymore, man. I kind of told the guys, like, dude. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. For the most part, oh, you can't say anything about David. You just have to believe everything he says. Yeah, no. It doesn't work like that, man. It's a free country. I always tell David, if you want the videos to stop putting out videos on YouTube, okay? That's how my channel will stop. Because this channel is dedicated to stopping you. But after this, we're going on to the next one. And my holy grail is Kenneth Copeland, but man, that would be, yeah. Yep, Ali, I'm with you there. Harsh scams on innocent people, yep. Yeah, David, come out and repent. Like, really repent. Yeah, that's what I told him. And Jim Beatdown, like, David was trying to get me on the Axe Michelle shirt, so you know what I did? I went through and I pulled all the Axe Michelles out of the deposition and made a compilation and sent it over to the lawyer. It's like, dude, you can't. Sorry. Yeah, David, break the silence. This whole dismantling came just because of people seeking answer to questions. That's it. Yep. This wasn't a witch hunt. No, David, you screwed up in the deposition. Yeah. It can't be a threat if it's a direct quote. And the whole thing they were trying to get me down to is the Axe Michelle. Like, it could be taken as a hostile threat. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. It was laughable at best speaking to the lawyer. It really was, man. I didn't want to be rude to the guy because the guy was, like, still a new lawyer. Oh, hi, Bitterness Barbie. Yeah, the whole deposition has been... what is it? sliced and diced. Yeah, they literally have nothing. Defamation. Oh, we're just talking. We were talking bitterness, Barbie. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you guys will talk about Super Bowl prediction? Yeah, it's bullshit. David fucking talk about Super Bowl. I actually have a video on my channel. Hang on. And it's a news clip I found. And it had to do It was funny. Because it's actually talking about the news guys like, well, you know, and you know, there's predictions of who's going to win the Supreme Court and you know, who's going to win the Super Bowl because apparently that matters. No, just remember when he did the fucking Super Bowl prediction? Let me see if I can find it here. And this the news clip that it was on, it was actually talking about, do these religious organizations, like these big religious organizations, lead to extremism? And if they're asking the question, then they don't need the answer. That's just my opinion. If you're asking yourself that kind of question, you already know the answer to it. And if they're asking that question, then the answer is fucking yes, you know. I mean, let's be realistic here. Let's use common sense here, people. Let me see if I find it. I'll play it for you all. Give me 1 second here. And it's just homeboy just says, yeah, it's talking about Super Bowl predictions. And I was like, that was fucking David. That was David. That's the only other person I've ever heard predict a Super Bowl. It's David. I mean, has anybody else heard somebody predict a Super Bowl? There's Maddie Nottage. Hang on, guys. I'm finding it. No. Ah, here it is. Okay, I found it.
Pointed out this other individual who had all these flaws, and you know, who among us has not, you know, sinned? But it's just sort of an interesting dynamic. And there are other countless, you know, topics that these self-proclaimed prophets are using in their predictions, which you write about, including the makeup of the Supreme Court, the winner of the Super Bowl, because I guess God is really interested in that. Do these prophets at all contribute to extremism?
You know, it's hard to draw a really straight line there.
Pointed out this other individual who had all these flaws, and you know, who among us has not,
Okay.
you know, sinned? But
Did you guys hear that?
Sort of an interesting dynamic.
Do these prophets with their yeah, you guys heard that shit, right? I'll play it one more time just so you guys know I'm not bullshitting. I think
And there are other countless, you know, topics that these self-proclaimed prophets are using in their predictions, which you write about, including the makeup of the Supreme Court, the winner of the Super Bowl, because I guess God is really interested in that. Do these prophets at all contribute to extremism?
You know, it's hard to draw a really straight line there.
Pointed out this other individual who had all these flaws, and you know, who among us?
so. Exactly, Nate Carter. Prophets of whom? Yeah, 100%, man. Who are they prophets of? That's the question here. Prophets of themselves? Let's get it straight here. They're prophets. Like, for cash profit. Yeah, there was a petition out too. I don't think that petition's actually active anymore, Bitter Bad. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I signed it. I signed it. No doubt. Yeah, they're profits for themselves. That's it. They only care about them and themselves. Yeah, they all define their own definition of a prophet, and they say that only God talks to them. You're like, well, okay. So yeah, overall, I'm hoping they send me more of these. Maybe they're just doing them for free. I doubt it, though. They're not going to do that shit for free. This part wasn't that they... wasn't just that they lost, but they lost miserably. Oh, yeah, the Broncos. Yeah, they lost horribly that year. It was like a fucking blowout, basically. It was like a skunk, man. It was a skunk game. Like, the Broncos should have probably just walked off after the first halftime and be like, yeah, we're done. Yeah. And there's people from the UK that have been on this chat that say the amount of regulation that goes into churches over in the UK is that this would never happen. Is people like David would actually be drug out of a church and fucking beat. They'd be drug out of the church, probably publicly shamed, and then arrested. Mm-hmm. So if Jesus said Jax was going to win, should be at my house. Mm-hmm. Yep. Michelle doesn't need to be paid. She's got free reign. But they're hurt for money. If the money runs out for David, the money runs out for Michelle. And then when the money runs out, it's just going to roll downhill. I mean... Craziest thing I heard. Yeah, just a grifter. Yep, 100%, man. Yep. Michelle's living in a fucking house, driving a nice... No, she drives a Beamer. And she might have got upgraded recently. But David's law are promiscuous and aggressive. It's so gross. Yeah. Like we don't get you, David. We don't get you. Yeah, churches are supposed
It's
to be...
not, sinned, but
Well,
it's just sort of an interesting dynamic.
sorry about that. Yeah. He goes hard for the donations because he has to. He's broke right now. If he's going really hard right now, no doubt. He has to. David has to go hard right now. Yep. All right, guys. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there for the night. I'm trying to keep the videos a little bit shorter. I don't want to run like 2 hours anymore. It's a little long sometimes. Oh, the street hustle? Yeah. That shit's weird, man. What they're doing is weird, guys. We know that. We know that. That's why we're all here. Yeah, David, I'll reject your anointing all day, dude. That's... David, good always prevails, man. Good will always prevail over evil, man. I promise you. So, you all stay safe, man. Always thanks for being here. I'll see you guys Saturday. Bitterness part you shall, of course, I give at the end. We'll be on Saturday. Yes, David, you are a piece of shit. By just human standard. By our standard, you are a piece of shit, man. What you've done. You've done some real shitty things to people. Yeah, all hell the accurate algorithm. And so we'll be live again Saturday afternoon. I'm thinking about 2 o'clock Pacific. I might start just a little bit early because I want to give I want to see if I can give some people over in Europe the chance to call in. And, so keep that in mind. Keep that on your calendar. 2 Central, 12 Pacific. And we'll go live. We'll take live calls on the channel. And if you guys want to come out and talk and share your information, not your information, but share your story for anybody for that matter. Anybody that's come out of any of these destructive organizations, David specifically, anybody who wants to get out and get help, let us know. Call us, man. We'll help you. So, David, let's see. I want you all to have a good night. But, David, what's a good one for you tonight? I like the fact to think that, like, sometimes you have uncontrolled bowel movements and, like, you shit down those fucking, like, curtain pant legs, and then it's like your little shit stains, like there's like all these little shit stains running up your matching carpets and shit like that. Michelle's got to go up behind you and like with a bottle of Lysol and fucking rubber gloves and paper towels and clean it up. So y'all have a good night, man. Thanks for being here always. David, you are a piece of shit, man.